Hello, Mud Puddles. Today we are going to be making a teacup pig. Teacup pigs are pigs known generally for their small size. I also just think it's adorable to display them in little secondhand teacups at my markets. These are adorable. They are full pigs on their own with, of course, the cute little curly cute tail. This one I have done little eyelids on, so they're pretty customizable for little expressions and stuff like that. The cup I'm using today is this really large one. Obviously, it's a little big for the pig, but that's the joy of secondhand. So in addition to a teacup for your pig, you will need some eyeballs and some yarn and some stuffing. I am using a 3.5mm size E hook, but otherwise, just choose a hook to match your yarn, and let's get started. So we are first going to start with his body, and it is going to be starting with a magic ring single crochet 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then round 2, we are going to increase in every stitch around. And I'm going to close my camera in because it's pretty far away. Oop. As a reminder, you can always find written patterns over at mudsyarn.com, and this particular written pattern is free. Round 3, we are going to single crochet and then increase around. And that is going to be giving us an end row count of 18. All right, and for round 4, we are going to single crochet 2 and then increase. Round 5, it's going to be single crochet 3 and increase. This is what happens when you start filming close to your cats. Dinner time. Please don't. Stop scratching. Yeah, don't get your claws stuck in the computer, please. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, for round 6, we're going to single crochet 4 and then increase. Oh. And round 7, our last bit of increases, we're going to single crochet 5 and increase. And that'll give us the end row count of 42. And then rounds 8 to 15, we're going to single crochet around. So I'm going to feed my cat and do that, and then I will be right back with you. All right, it has only been like 2 whole days, but we're back. this is after round 15. So we've single crocheted. We are now going to insert the eyes. They are going to go between rows 9 and 10, about 9 stitches apart. My eyeballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Two, three, 4, 5. Those look good. You could always wait to put the backs on until you do the nose, so you have a better spot if you want. Here's a fun trick I learned. This is just an empty pen case, and it works great to help push the backs on and make sure they get on all the way that you would like them without it being too much force. There we go. Okay, and then next we're going to start round 16, which is going to be a 5 and decrease. And decrease. And next up, round 17, it's going to be single crochet 4 and decrease. 4 and decrease. And this is essentially the pattern that's going to go all the way until we're finished. And decrease. Next up, round 18, it's going to be single crochet 3 and decrease. And next up, round 19, single crochet 2 and decrease. All right, this is where I like to stuff. All right, and then for round 20, we're going to single crochet and decrease. All right, and then last round 21, decrease all the way around. We're going to cut. Leave a long tail to sew. Cut away the extra. And there is our main pig body. I might name him Napoleon after the ice cream, the way that this yarn striped. Next up, we're going to make his ears. And these are going to be done in rows. So we're going to first start with a magic circle and single crochet 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to turn. You can chain 1 and turn if you need the extra space, but I like to knot so that it has more of a good edge on it. And then we're going to single crochet, increase, and single crochet again. And on this last single crochet, I like to take the yarn tail and loop it like that, so it's kind of staying in the rows. And then for round 3, we're going to single crochet across. So same deal, I'm going to pick up the extra yarn tail as well as the stitch and single crochet across. Excuse me. And then for round 4, you're going to single crochet, increase twice, increase, increase, and then single crochet in the last one. And then we are going to and cut with a long tail to sew. Also going to cut off that little bit of extra from the magic circle. There's our little piggy ear. And you are going to make 2 and then sew them to the top of his head, right kind of above his ears, or his, excuse me, right kind of above his eyeballs. Just like that. I like to sew the first 3 stitches back, like each one a row up and then diagonally toward his back, and then the next 2 forward and then 1 in the same as the last one, and it gives it this little bit of forward floppy style. And then we'll weave in the end and tie it off. And I will go handle his other ear and be right back. And there is our cute little ears. Next up, we're going to make his feet. So for his feet, we are going to magic circle and single crochet 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to single crochet and increase around, which will give us an end count of 9. One, increase, 1, and increase. And then in the back loops only, we're going to single crochet around. All right, and then we are going to chain 2, finish off. We have a nice long tail to sew, and we are going to make 3 more. She's got 4 little feet hoofs. I'll be right back with the rest of those. All right, so we have our feet, so we are going to sew them on. After naturally getting them all tangled up in each other. I use the little bit of yarn tail from starting as the stuffing for the foot, simply because they are so small that using any actual stuffing is a little bit difficult, but I do recommend having something in there so it gives them a little bit more structure. Now, because we are going to be putting all 4 of them, you're going to want to kind of mentally, or, actually get little pins and plan out roughly where they're going to go. Thankfully, the feet are pretty small, so there's a little bit of leeway room there, but generally lined up with the eyes and then across from each other. And stuffing that empty tail in the foot. And then going to line it up kind of across from each other and down from his eyeballs. All right, there are his little feet. I mean, you're top down, you can't see, but he does stand pretty well. Up next, his nose. I know, the super cute part you've all been waiting for. So for his nose, we are going to start with the magic circle and single crochet 8 in that circle. And then we are going to single crochet 2 and increase 2. So 1, 2, and then increase 2 or increase twice. This will help give his nose that more ovally shape. crease, and then in the back loops we are going to single crochet around those 12 stitches. And then chain 2 and finish off. And we're back. But we are going to sew his nose on. Just line it up between the eyeballs. I want the knot to be at the bottom. If you would like to stitch his little black nostrils on, now would be the time before you sew it to his face, so you can deal with the yarn ends, shove them in the back there, just from one hole to another, up and down. I am going to use puff paint on mine, so I'm not going to do that until the very end. But for now, we're going to sew his nose on. Cute little piggy nose. And then last, but by no means least, will be his cute little curly tail. So cute. So in the written pattern, it says to chain 10, and then starting from the second hook, 3 half double crochet in each. I don't want to sew the tail on, so what I'm going to do is attach it to it. So I'm going to make a slip knot on my hook and start right about where you would want the tail to be. So down the middle of his back, naturally my feet are slightly off center. About right there. And then I am going to, whoops, slip stitch to attach. There we go. And then chain 10. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then I like to use the back bumps for this. It looks cleaner in my opinion. But starting in the second one, 3 half double crochets in each stitch all the way down. And the cool thing about this is because we are adding more stitches than can fit per loop, it'll just have that cute little curl to it. 3. And in the very last one, 2 and 3. And then in that same stitch we started, I'm going to do another slip stitch to tie it all down. Take the yarn ends. Stuff them back through. And there we have the adorable little curly pigtail. And there you have your pig. Like I said, I'm going to put... His cup might be a little big for him. But a little scoop of ice cream in his little cup. I hope you enjoyed making your pig. Feel free to check out my other patterns or go to mudsyarn.com for some written versions as well. Let me know in the comments if there's any you'd like to see me try to make or write a pattern for. But for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!